What's up guys, no intro today because this is a long Ubers match and this is against Hlaalu. Go check him out, channel link in description. He's the other Scottish guy from not just YouTube, from Equinox, and he's a mod too and he's awesome, so go check him out. So here's an Ubers continuing in my theme because I like Ubers and I guess I should do more. And he goes with Ninjask. I lead off with my Spock and I taunted him while he subs so he can't do anything, which was freaking nice. So I switch out to Lugia thinking, oh, it'll be not very effective, but I forget that I'm psychic and he gets 2 X's off while I get off the light screen. Now I didn't see that he had got taunted stopped there, which is why I went for the roost, and he gets a free sword stance in, so I'm thinking crap, but then I realised I actually have whirlwind, so to be honest he would have not been able to do anything to me anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure why he went out to Ho-Oh there with the sword stance, to be honest, because Ho is more of a special attacker, so kind of confused me. But anyway, he goes out to this Dialga and he T-waves me, and unfortunately this isn't my T-waving Dialga, this is my toxic one, so I just get my rocks up, which is pretty good and that's going to help me later on. But I got to Metroid here thinking Dragon Pulse should not do that much, and it actually does a surprisingly high amount, which I was kind of annoyed at. So I go for the T-wave just to make it slow, and surprisingly the toxic misses, so some hacks in my favour, and that was pretty crucial. That toxic miss right there, it meant that I was able to use the Deoxys as a wall later on, which wouldn't be worn down by toxic, and that was kind of pretty good. So I bring in my Dialga while he gets paralysed, and I go for the Dragon Pulse, which is good. So I see how much it does. I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty nice. And I'm thinking that I have some good special defense, so I should be able to take his quite well. So he Dragon Pulses me, and it does about half, which is the same that I did to him. And I get the power hacks, which is kind of gay, but you know, whatever. Now we're kind of at the same health. I decide to stay in and go for the Dragon Pulse, predicting he's going to switch to something. And he does indeed switch to his Ho-Oh, which takes a fuckload from Stealth Rock, and Dragon Pulse takes it down really low. So here I'm pretty sure that he's going to go for a Roost, which is why I stay in and go for the Toxic. Unfortunately for me, I get power haxed, so I don't get the toxic off that turn, but I'm thinking I shouldn't be KO'd by a Sacred Fire, seeing as I have pretty heavy special defense EVs, and I should be able to hopefully get a toxic off and it not miss, and thankfully I do, which was quite big, and that helped wear down that Ho-Oh, because that thing does have pretty massive special defense, and a lot of my guys are specially, offensive, so I wanted to get that damage on, and that was good. So I hope to live this and get some extra damage, which I do with Dragon Pulse, which didn't really matter that much because you could roost it off, but I didn't really want to switch out at all. I'd already got my rocks up, didn't really feel like toxicking anything else, and that was pretty much it. So he Brave Birds, not wanting to take more pressure from Sacred Fire, so that was a good move on his part. And now I've kind of got to decide what to go to. I want something that will be threatening Ho-Oh so that it has to switch or is forced to stay in and die because of Stealth Rock. So Spot comes in who's faster. I go for the Ice Beam, and that will be a sure KO on the Ho-Oh, hopefully with Life Orb. However, this has leftovers. For some reason, my Spock has leftovers, and I get a crit. So I'm not sure if that would have KO'd normally or not, but it did take it out, which I was very thankful for. Anyway, so he goes out to this thing, which I'm pretty much certain is Scarfed, which is why I switch. Go to Lugia. I know I can take the hit pretty well, but he gets a crit, and I was like, ah! Because that really annoyed me, and I knew how much that crit did. I would have taken, like, nothing from Spatial Ren. So I decided to stay in, knowing that he's Scarfed. He'll have to do it again, and I will live on 8, which is epic, and roost up all the damage. So that was pretty good. I get back up to full, and now I think I'm going to go for the light screen, or I'm going to roost again. I do roost again just to be safe and get all my health back, and he goes out to his Dialga, which is really annoying, and this thing is starting to piss me off. So I know he's going to go for the Toxic, and I really don't have anything else I want to take the Toxic, so I guess I'm going to have to stay in and take it. Now my plan here is to go out to Groudon in the long run, and hopefully substitute while he tries to Toxic me, and hopefully get some Sword Stance off and go to sweeping. So I go for the Light Screen while he Toxics, and now I know I get a safe switch in for Groudon because Light Screen is up and I shouldn't be taking too much from Dragon Pulse. So here I switch, I go to Groudon, and I'm pretty sure he does Dragon Pulse, and it does quite a lot actually. I didn't think it would do that much, but seeing that much it did, I know that I won't be able to live a Dragon Pulse after a sub. So I go for a sub, predicting he's toxic, which he does. And now I'm going to go for the old sword stance to make sure I can get my attack high. So he goes flamethrower. In the sun, it's still going to take out the sub because of the power up boostage, and that's good for him. So I go for another sub, and here I'm just pretty much trying to make sure he gets paralyzed, so I have a free sub up, and my light screen wears off there, which is kind of annoying. Didn't really help me that much, kind of did. But now I'm going to have to try and sub again, hope he gets paralyzed, and he does get paralyzed. The last turn of subbing I had left, and he gets paralyzed, which was awesome. So I get the earthquake off, and now I'm pretty happy, and I hope that I can take out a couple of guys here, because I have a sub up, and obviously that helps me quite a bit, meaning that I won't be able to take a hit, and I will have to hit things with my attacks or something. So he goes to Lugia, and I'm thinking, oh, this thing will not die to a Dragon Claw. I'm pretty much 100% sure it won't, which is really annoying, and it's kind of a shame for me. So it does a decent amount, I guess, with the +2, but now I'm going to die to an Ice Beam, and I really didn't want to switch here because there really wasn't much point, and I didn't want Groudon to do anything else. It was quite slow anyway, so he just dies of Death Fodder, and that's whatever. So this game was really a lot about setting up, and I do have about 3 things on this team which can set up, and this is one of them. This is my Spock, and I go for the taunt on his Lugia, hoping that he will stay in and do something annoying, and then I'll get Calm Minds up, but he doesn't. He goes out to the Palkia predicting that, and he's scarfed and he'll outspeed me, which is why I don't want to stay in and take damage from this thing. So I'm going to have to switch again, and I go to Lugia because I know that this is the only thing that will be able to stall out the Palkia long enough so that I can just, get rid of it and hopefully just wear it down by switching in Stealth Rock. So he switches, and I go for the Roost, I believe, or Light Screen. I go for the Light Screen, and now he brings in his own Lugia, and really this can't go out too well for him or me because we can't really do anything to each other. So predicting the Roost, I go back to Spock, and I hope this time he will stay in and try and do something gay to me as well. So I go for the taunt once again, hoping that he, maybe think I'll stay in and Calm Mind or something. But no, he just plays the standard, sort of way, goes back to his Palkia, which is scarfed. No, he doesn't. He goes to Ninjask. I forgot about this. He goes to Ninjask because he knows he can outspeed me, and he can go for the X-Scissor on me. But I did get the taunt off, which was kind of useful. So I know I'm going to have to switch, and I go to Lugia just to die pretty much, or just to take a hit, as much of a hit as it can do anyway, and see how much that does, which does quite a lot. And I'm not sure if I'm going to Roost here or what, but I think I might do Roost. I think I do Roost to change that sentence structure there. And so now I'm pretty much back at full, and my light screen wears off. So I know he's going to go for the Thunder with his Palkia because that's super effective, and there's actually a chance of it missing because he's not in rain, if you noticed. So I kind of did notice that, so I was kind of hoping it might miss. At the same time, I did want him to kill Lugia because I wanted a free switch into Mewtwo, and I had my light screen up. So Thunder does hit twice in a row and does kill me, even though I get the light screen up. And now I'm going to be able to go freely into Mewtwo and hopefully set up and sweep. Apart from the fact that I don't actually go out to Mewtwo because I remember I have this thing, and this is a Rayquaza, and he has Thunder locked on, I have a light screen, and I'm going to Sword Dance right here as he switches to Ninjask. Now I know Ninjask can do nothing to me, seriously nothing, because he has X-Scissor which is 4 times resisted, or something like that, and I know I can get a free Sword Dance up, and he baton passes, and now he's thinking shit, because I'm getting +4 here, and this is going to spell quite a bit of disaster if he can't get rid of my Rayquaza. So it goes out to Groudon, and I don't want to go for the Outrage because that stupid Scarf thing's still running around and it'll kill me with a Spatial Ren. So I'm forced to go for the Earthquake, and that's what I have to go for, and I just hope that it kills it with +4. So I go for it, and I'm thinking, come on, go down, go down, go down, go down, and he lives! He lives! And he hits with Stone Edge, and I was like, no! But then I realised he's Life Orb, so he kills himself. But I still have Mewtwo, and I know Mewtwo, with Calm Mind and shit, still able to kill it. Even though I don't have light screen anymore, which is wore off, which is really annoying, I know I can still kill this stupid team. And he makes a good play here going to Ninjas to see what I'm going into. I decided to go to Metroid simply because I want to Thunderwave the Palkia first to make it slow so that it can't do anything for the rest of the match. For some reason he surfed me, I'm not quite sure why, because the sun is up and that would do nothing at all, but you know what, each to their own. So here I'm going to go out and recover, and he just keeps hitting me with surf. I don't quite know why, but whatever, and it doesn't do that much. So I think I'm going to switch here, and I'm going to go to my Mewtwo, and we both do a double switch here, because he goes to Lugia, hoping to switch Palkia back in to change its move, because it's scarfed, obviously. So yeah, that's what happens there. So now it's pretty much just a case of me taunting this thing once more, which he predicts again and goes to Palkia. And I just set up a Calm Mind here, and pretty much my camera cuts out a little bit, but he tries to Spatial Rend and does about half, and then realizes that he can't win and has to flee. So that was a great game, Hlaalu. Comment, rate, sub. Peace, guys.